is the 39th overall meeting between these two teams, and the Wildcats hold the winning record with a total of 18, 14, and 5. And with 3-0 leading at the half, they look to keep that win streak up to 19. Yeah, UNH is currently leading in this game, but Runnerson has been very strong for the Catamounts all season, and he was rewarded for that by getting the America East Defensive Player of the Week this week. So definitely look for him to be a little hot tonight. I just saw both Bilal Kamal and James Thomas, both from England, get subbed in tonight, and they've both been pretty hot this season. Thomas is known to be very, very talkative on the field. If you can't see him, you can definitely hear him. And Bilal Kamal has definitely been a big presence for the Wildcats this season. He has yet to get to the score sheet, but he has come close quite a few times, so I know he's hoping for that goal. All right, guys, I'm down here with Coach. Coach, you guys started off the scoring pretty early, 5 minutes into the game, and then you were hit with a slew of some yellow cards and some missed calls. Talk to me about that first half. And you guys both currently sit at 5-1-0 in America East, so there's a lot riding on this game with playoffs right around the corner. What's the plan to finish out with a win in the second half? Yeah, speaking about Johnny Wolf, he was sliding around a little bit at the beginning of this half, trying to get the ball and keep it from going out of bounds. And this weather's pretty cold tonight, and with a lot of the moisture in the air, the ground's pretty slippery. So these guys got to be careful to avoid any more yellow cards tonight. Yeah, it definitely got very chippy there at the end of the second half, and James Thomas especially has been part of that, and they need to look to clean it up a little bit, just focus on getting those goals that they need to secure that win, secure that #1 spot, just clean it up, stick to their game, and get that win over with. There's a Granite State rivalry tonight as the men's soccer team took on Dartmouth in their first game back after a 4-game road trip. I was able to catch up with head coach Mark Hubbard and the team to discuss the outcome and the effects of such a busy road trip at the beginning of the season. With only one loss the entire season, it comes as no surprise that the men's soccer team came out on top to win the America East Division Championship for the second year in a row. With the lone goal coming from Captain Josh Bauer, the Wildcats kept the fans on the edge of their seat for a full 90 minutes. Yeah, you guys talked about that goals against average. It's currently third in the nation, and Robles has not wavered once so far this game, especially this half when the Catamounts have been a lot more offensively aggressive and given him a bit of a run for his money, but that is definitely someone you'd want in your net. Chris Arling was sidelined last season with a lower body injury, so it's definitely good to see him back this season. He's made himself a big presence on the field, got himself on the score sheet a couple times so far this season, and he's a big-bodied player, and he's not afraid to throw that around on the field, so the Wildcats are definitely glad to have him back out there. Yeah, it's been a big theme this year. I've talked to Coach Hubbard a few times this season, and he really promotes including these new guys and all these younger faces to try to boast the confidence and fill in those spots for those seniors that are going to be leaving next year. There's a good group of core guys that returned from last season, including Jacob Gould and Linus Hallberg, but they try to get those young guys in there to keep things fresh and keep them ready to go for next season. Yeah, they started off pretty strong in that half for the Catamounts and definitely turned a bit more to the Wildcats side, and we definitely saw a little bit more of what we were seeing from the Wildcats at the beginning of the game when they started off really hot, got that first goal. Saw a lot more of that intensity at the end of this period, and we look to see more of that going into this second overtime, and we'll see what happens coming from the Catamounts.